Hello, everyone. You might think an old battery is completely useless, but with a few simple steps and a bit of DIY magic, I'll demonstrate how to restore its power and save yourself some money. First, I'm taking this old, neglected car battery. As you can see, it's quite dirty on the surface. The first step in our revitalization process is to thoroughly clean the top surface of the old battery. I'm attaching these jumper cables to the battery terminals. This is just for a quick test to show you its current state. The orange clamp goes to the positive terminal and the black to the negative. I'm going to connect a small light bulb to the other end of the cables. As you can see, the bulb doesn't light up at all, confirming that this battery is completely dead. I'll remove the cables from our old battery now, as we've confirmed it's not holding any charge. Here's a new, working battery that I'll use for comparison. I'm connecting the same jumper cables to this new battery. When I connect the light bulb to this new battery, you can see it lights up brightly. This shows you what a properly working battery looks like. I'm removing the light bulb and cables from the small battery now. To get a precise reading of our dead battery, I'm using a multimeter. I'll set it to measure DC voltage. When I connect the probes to our old battery, you can see the display shows 0.00 volts. Absolutely no charge, confirming it's completely dead and needs our intervention. Just for comparison, let's check the smaller battery. It reads around 12.61 volts, indicating it's fully charged and healthy. Okay, time to put these aside and focus on our main project, bringing the dead battery back to life. The next step is to carefully remove the caps from each of the battery cells. I need to remove the caps from the top of the battery to access the cells inside. Using pliers and a metal gasket, I'm carefully prying off each cap. They can be a bit stubborn, especially if they haven't been opened in a while, so patience is key here. I'll collect all the caps in this small container. With all the caps off, you can see the empty cells inside the battery. I'll collect all the caps in this small container. With all the caps off, you can see the empty cells inside the battery. Now for the draining process. I'm putting on gloves for safety, as battery acid is corrosive. I gently shake the battery to make the sediments that have settled at the bottom flow out easily when discharging. I'll carefully tip the battery over and drain all the old murky electrolyte into this clear bowl. Look how dark and contaminated it is. This murky, dark liquid is full of impurities and sulfates, which are preventing the battery from holding a charge. This old acid is a key reason for the battery's failure. Next, I'm pouring clean water into each cell using this funnel. This is a preliminary rinse to further remove any lingering old acid and sediment from the cells. Leave a comment and let me know which country you are watching from. It's great that we can connect and chat from all over the world. After the initial rinse, I'm draining the dirty water again. Even after the first drain, you can still see significant impurities. This ensures we've removed as much of the old contaminated electrolyte as possible, clearing the way for our special solution. Now for a fascinating part of this trick, using toothpaste. I'm squeezing some into this measuring cup. The mild abrasive and chemical properties in toothpaste can help clean the internal plates of the battery, breaking down some of the sulfation. I've also prepared some hot water in this kettle, which helps the solution work more effectively. I'm boiling some water in this electric kettle. We need hot water to properly dissolve the toothpaste and create our rejuvenating solution. I'll quickly check its temperature with a thermometer. Once it reaches around 65 to 70 degrees Celsius, I'll add it to the toothpaste. The warm water helps to dissolve the toothpaste and create a uniform solution, which will be more effective. I'm now pouring the hot water into the cup with the toothpaste and stirring it well to create a smooth, milky solution. Make sure it's thoroughly mixed so it can penetrate all the battery plates. I'll pour this mixture into another, slightly larger measuring cup, making sure to get every bit of it. Then, I'm adding more hot water from the kettle to dilute the mixture and fill the cup. This creates the optimal concentration for our battery treatment. Using my funnel again, I'm carefully pouring this special toothpaste solution into each cell of the battery. This solution will work its magic inside, helping to dissolve the sulfate crystals that have built up on the lead plates, which is a major cause of battery failure. With the solution in, I'll gently rock and shake the battery to make sure the mixture fully coats and penetrates the internal plates in each cell. I'm draining the toothpaste solution. You can see it's still quite cloudy, indicating it's done its job of cleaning and stirring up sediment within the cells. Again, it's time for more rinsing. I'm pouring clean water through the cells multiple times until all traces of the toothpaste solution are gone and the water runs completely clear. Another gentle shake to circulate the clean water, then I'll drain it completely. If you find this video interesting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any interesting ideas coming soon. The battery is now ready for its new electrolyte. I'm using a funnel to carefully pour the H2SO4 solution into each cell. This is the fresh chemical component essential for the battery to function properly and hold a charge. Please handle sulfuric acid with extreme caution and wear appropriate safety gear. With the new acid in place, I'm replacing all the battery caps, making sure they are securely tightened. It's important to seal the cells properly to prevent leakage and ensure optimal performance. To ensure excellent conductivity, I'm spraying some WD-40 onto the battery terminals. This helps protect against corrosion and improve electrical contact. Then, I'm using sandpaper to thoroughly clean the terminals. This removes any corrosion or residue, ensuring a clean, conductive surface for the charger. Once again, I used a clean cloth to clean the outside of the battery in preparation for charging. Now, it's time to charge our revitalized battery. I'm connecting the smart battery charger to the terminals, positive to positive, negative to negative. You can see the charger immediately detects the battery and goes into repair mode, indicating it's working to bring it back to full capacity. After a period of repair and charging, I'm disconnecting the charger. This smart charger has done its job to rejuvenate the battery cells. Let's check the voltage with the multimeter again. And just look at that. We're now reading a healthy 11.8 volts. Our battery is successfully revitalized. And to prove it works perfectly, I'm connecting our little light bulb again. Voila! Bright as ever. This old dead battery is now fully functional, thanks to our simple DIY method. From absolutely dead to almost fully charged, this battery is back in action. What a transformation! Moving on to the second battery, I will do the same as before. I will clean the outside of the battery and check its condition. As expected, our battery is exhausted and needs to be repaired. The first step in our repair is to carefully remove the cell caps from the top of the battery. I use a pair of pliers to gently pry off each cap. I proceed to discharge and clean the battery as before. Now for a powerful cleaning solution. I'm taking a bottle of regular household bleach. I'm pouring a small amount of liquid bleach into this glass measuring cup. This will form the base of our desulfating mixture. I'm adding clean water to the bleach in the measuring cup to create a diluted cleaning solution. This mixture will help to dissolve the lead sulfate crystals that have built up on the battery plates. Using a funnel, I carefully pour this bleach and water mixture into each of the battery cells. It's important to fill them to a similar level. The solution will now work its magic inside the battery, cleaning the plates and preparing them for the new electrolyte. You can already see some reaction happening, which is a good sign that the sulfate is being cleaned off. This solution needs to sit for a while to do its magic. After letting the cleaning solution sit for a bit, I drain it out, just as I did with the old electrolyte and rinse water. You might notice the drained solution looks even darker now, a sign that it successfully removed more impurities from the battery's internal components. Another rinse with water is necessary to remove all traces of the bleach. Now for the crucial step, adding the new electrolyte. I have a bottle of sulfuric acid, H2SO4, which is the standard electrolyte for lead-acid batteries. This is a critical step, so be very careful and always wear proper protection like gloves and eye protection. I'm using the red funnel to pour the fresh acid into each cell, filling it to the recommended level. This is the active ingredient that will allow the battery to store and release electricity. I'm continuing to fill each cell with the sulfuric acid, making sure to reach the recommended level. This fresh electrolyte is what will allow the chemical reactions to occur, enabling the battery to store and release electrical energy effectively. With all the cells refilled with new electrolyte, I'm now securely replacing all 6 battery cell caps. This seals the battery and prepares it for the charging process, preventing any leakage. I wiped down the entire battery one last time with a clean cloth, removing any spills or residue from the process. To further protect against corrosion and ensure optimal conductivity, I'm spraying a bit of WD-40 on the terminals. This provides a protective barrier and helps maintain the battery's performance. I'm using a piece of sandpaper again to give those terminals. This guarantees the best possible connection. It's important that these are perfectly clean for efficient charging and discharge. Next, I prepare the battery for charging. I'm using a specialized pulse repair charger. Then, I plug the charger into the power outlet. The display indicates it's recognizing the battery and initiating the charging process. This is a critical moment where the battery starts absorbing power again after its deep cleaning and electrolyte replacement. I let it charge for a while to ensure it gets a full deep charge. After a thorough charge, I disconnect the charger and the clamps. The moment of truth has arrived. I'm connecting the multimeter to our freshly revived battery. Look at that. A strong 12.1 volts. Our dead battery has been successfully brought back to life. Let's put it to the test with our little light bulb again. As you can see, it lights up brightly and consistently, just like a brand new battery. This confirms our revival method works beautifully. To show you it's truly powerful, I've connected this fan. The fan spins up with no problem, demonstrating the restored current and power. What an amazing transformation for an old, forgotten battery. Moving on to the third battery, I will do the same as the previous batteries. This time I will restore this battery with baking soda. I will do the same steps. Next, I'm preparing a special cleaning solution. I'm going to heat some water in this purple electric kettle. The temperature is important, so I'm using a thermometer to check it. I'm aiming for it to be around 65 to 70 degrees Celsius. This warm water will be key to helping our cleaning solution work effectively. I'm taking pure baking soda. Yes, the kind you use for baking. I'm carefully spooning about 2 to 3 generous spoonfuls into a glass. Then, I'll pour the hot water from the kettle into the glass. I'll stir it thoroughly until the baking soda is completely dissolved. This hot baking soda solution is a powerful desulfator that will break down the sulfate crystals on the battery plates. Using my red funnel again, I'm carefully pouring the hot baking soda solution into each cell of the battery. You'll immediately notice some fizzing and bubbling. That's a good sign. It means the baking soda is reacting with the residual acid and sulfate deposits, actively cleaning the internal plates of the battery. This is the desulfation process in action. You'll notice a bubbling reaction inside, which is exactly what we want. This alkaline solution helps to neutralize any remaining acid and break down the lead sulfate crystals that have built up on the plates, which is often the primary cause of a dead battery. Another thorough rinse with water is necessary now to remove all traces of the baking soda solution from inside the battery. This final flush ensures that all traces of the baking soda solution are removed from the battery cells. Now, the crucial step in preparing the new electrolyte. I'm carefully adding fresh sulfuric acid, labeled H2SO4, into each cell using the red funnel. Once the fresh acid is in all the cells, I'm replacing all the caps securely. Then, I'm using my drill to make sure they are tightly fastened. This seals the battery cells, preventing any leaks and ensuring proper internal pressure for optimal operation. After everything is sealed, I'm giving the battery one last wipe down to ensure it's clean and ready. The battery terminals need to be perfectly conductive. I'm cutting a piece of sandpaper to prepare for cleaning them. Then, I'm spraying a bit of WD-40 onto the terminals. WD-40 is excellent for penetrating and cleaning metal surfaces. Using that piece of sandpaper, I'm thoroughly scrubbing each terminal. This removes any rust, corrosion, or oxidation that could interfere with the electrical connection. Clean terminals are vital for efficient charging and power delivery. Now, it's time to give our revitalized battery a proper charge. I'm connecting the battery charger to the freshly cleaned terminals and plugging it into the power strip. The charger immediately indicates it's working, and will let it do its job to fully rejuvenate the battery cells. You can see the display showing it's ready to charge, indicating a good connection. After allowing the battery to charge, let's see the results. I'm disconnecting the charger and using the multimeter to check the voltage. Look at that. It's showing 12 volts. Our dead battery is officially resurrected and holding a charge. To truly see the difference, I'm connecting the light bulb to the terminals again. It's shining brightly and consistently, just like the new battery earlier. Our old completely flat battery is now fully functional and ready to power. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please give it a big thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel for more amazing DIY projects and helpful tips. Don't forget to leave a comment below with your thoughts or if you have any questions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.